and I have 4 children.
Not only is Terry a plastic surgeon, but he's also on the show Botched, and we're on the Real Housewives of Orange County. I'm looking for someone to co-parent with me and be a dad to them and be the responsible one when I'm not there. Can you stop doing that for 2 seconds?
I'm sorry.
In the last year or so, his work schedule became so dramatically heavy that it's affected what's going on at home.
I'm having trouble connecting with my kids. My son, who's 13, and I aren't connected at all. And my 5-year-old, Coco, we have absolutely no relationship. Coco's taking Taekwondo. She just basically wants to beat me up. I'm afraid she's gonna break a finger and then I can't operate.
Terry's a great dad.
Happy July 4th!
They adore him, but he'll spend time with the ones he has a better relationship with than the ones that are more difficult because it's easy.
I'm extremely easygoing and very permissive. One of my daughters was asking me the other day for snacks. Can I have this? I said yes. And then they came back, can I have that? And I said yes. And then they came back and I said, just have whatever you want.
Sometimes he'll tell me in front of the kids, why can't they have that? Why can't they go there? Now I'm all of a sudden, defending myself. It's frustrating to not be on the same page as your partner.
Heather is the disciplinarian. I'm more of the benign grandfather, even though I'm their parent.
I don't want to fight with Terry. I don't want him to fight with kids. I would love it if Dr. Phil could give us some tips on how can we parent together in a way that's going to be really effective.
Well, welcome. I'm glad you're here.
Thank you.
Well, at least he's honest about it,
Yeah,
right?
You can say that.
Yeah, you say, I give them whatever they want, right?
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but that's not working for you.
Well, no, it's certainly not. My whole thing is, Terry works very hard, and I support that. And I know in his limited time with the children, he doesn't want to come home and be the disciplinarian. I get it, I'm all right with that, but then he's got to back me up.
Yeah, but you don't?
Sort of. I kind of do.
No.
I mean, I do when she's around, but when she leaves the room, then maybe I don't so much.
Now, you do it right in front of me, too. Why can't they have a cookie? Why can't they have this?
Yeah, so that's a no. You don't do it.
Maybe I don't.
Yeah.
Maybe that's a problem.
Yeah. Well, no, here's the deal, seriously. You absolutely have to have a unified front, and this is what I call emotional integrity of parenting. If you guys make a deal, and I don't know if you've made the deal, but if you make a deal and say, these are the boundaries, here's what we're going to do, you have to have the integrity of holding that line, whether that person is in the room or whether they're not. I don't care if I don't mean to throw you under the bus, although it seems like he would fit very nicely on this issue, but they will try to divide and conquer, but it just take a little while for them to know, I can't divide and conquer these two. That'll make your life a lot easier.
Oh, yeah, I mean, because I don't negotiate with terrorists, and we have 4 terrorists living in our house.
This brings us to a question that you had about the bonding with the kids. Here's the deal, and Robin will get me if I'm not honest here, about being kind of a workaholic. When you choose a behavior, you choose the consequences. If you choose to spend more time with your family, then your career will suffer.
Right.
If you choose to spend more time on your career, then your family life can suffer. What you have to do is find a balance where you spend enough time on your career that you can feed your family, and you spend enough time on your family that your career matters.